That's good. That's good. This video will be about white intellects. Damn, baby, what happened to your hair? I can't even play with it anymore.
You can play with this here.
I can't play
right here.
Anyway, white intellectualism, right? What is it? Well, white intellectualism, and I guess white people for the most part, because they're a collective, have choose to participate in a thing called the noble lie. I believe there's two forms of noble lie. There's Plato's noble lie and his Republic, and then there's the Leo Strauss school of thought of your neoconservative right wingers, your hardcore right winger. What am I talking about? Intellectual. I was going to sleep. I didn't have it. Intellectualism. Anyway, back to the noble lie and the cultism, right? They're like heavy into the occult and a part of well, they use think tanks to and mass crowd psychology to implement these amongst multitudes of things. But there's many white intellectuals, and this is just one area of white intellectualism. There's the white conspiratorial white intellectualism that falls into political ideology, and then that's more into your Anglo-Saxon ideology, or wannabe, or the lack of it. But then you have your other social sciences that get into your Fabian societies. These are your Russell Brand, not your Russell Brand, excuse me, your Charles Bernard Shaws and whatnot. So you have more a different type of left-wing intellectualism, but it's the same fucking thing. It's just maybe one's more like, what would you like for your last meal, and the other one doesn't care what they give you for. They're neutral about the whole thing. They won't. But so it's both one serving the state in a gradual way, and the other is destroying himself in a nihilistic way. So your white intellectual is probably a neoconservative. So any questions? Because like I said, I was pretty much just done as soon as you came on here. The topic was white intellectualism, and I mean, I use white intellectualism as the justification. I mean, it's what is white intellectualism? Okay, well, a lot of the neoconservatives will base their theory on I guess Christianity. I don't know too much about Calvinism and stuff like that, but it's pretty much some type of Christianity, right? But then when you go do your research about what actually is Christianity, it had nothing to do with Europe, right? And so when you study what is white intellectualism, well, it all is deep rooted in Western institutionalism, which is predicated on propaganda, like a false propaganda, like a myth, not even the actual. It's like a false myth. But I mean, when they start talking about the noble lie, this all begins to be justified. And so it's funny, the noble lie, and like I was making fun of people who bring up, you know, a lot of their stuff on Plato, because there is no fucking Plato and shit. I mean, all that shit was inspired in Rome. There was no literacy in Greece. I mean, that was the whole thing. I mean, Greeks is actually what's it called? What's Macedonian, excuse me. Macedonian, 2 years. Okay, and then the rest is basically if you study your Byzantine Empire, you would know who the fuck is who. But you know, you have basically a fascist system up here, and then a socialist system down here. Okay, and then you got me, and I'm way, way, way fucking down there, right? I'm at the bottom. But but what I'm saying about white intellectualism is that they're very dishonest. They know it's all mythology. Greek is just that. You're speaking Greek, which means that there is no history. There is no what you call Rome. You know, it's like when people listen to those movies and there's already with a British accent. They're all over the fucking country, all over with these fucking British accents. I mean, but now white intellectualism, this is just part one on white intellectualism, because and about their noble lie, in that they know they okay, let's get back to friendly fascism, okay? Let's get back to fucking friendly fascism. Where am I over here? I'm your friendly fascist. Fuck. Yeah, somewhere over here. Okay, so basically, right, you have your secret societies that run your institutions and your colleges, right? And so they basically radicalize them out with whatever type of sciences fucking that they figured out they feel like indoctrinating the public with, right? But at the same time, they okay, for instance, I study propaganda, right? Even when you study the sciences and the propaganda, it's still propaganda in there. You know, I mean, so like there's so when I'm talking about these ultimate tools, you know, a lot of it in these techniques are weapons, and a lot of it is using your emotion against you, or you, however that goes, to fulfill whatever agenda for the noble lie. And like I said, the noble lie is go to Leo Strauss's Noble Lie. There's a movie called something about nightmares, something about something nightmares and the Noble Lie. Check it out. It's a very good documentary. I mean, and that's just one aspect, but it's a huge aspect of basically the CIA is held by Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones. You know, so you got all these secret societies who believes in God knows whatever random fucking satanistic shit that floats their fucking boat, bonesmen. You know, so all right. So we keep on hitting it, keep on going at it if you want. Bush, CIA, we already know this. And the thing is acquiescence. And the thing a lot of times with propaganda is to getting you just to hold on. You know what I mean? So let me see. Bush belongs to Skull and Bones. Yo, seniors, we have groups. We know this already. Still with me? I'm like I said, this is just a hangout. I'm surprised I still woke up. I'm supposed to be rolling this motherfucker. You feel me? But you know, we got Zabig Nabrinsky over there, throwing niggas Qurans and shit who can't read, talking about jihad and that land is over there, is your land. So Prescott Bush, fucking interesting. And it's crazy because I'm talking about Bush's the Rape of Justice, I believe. Shout out to Rape of Justice. He did a video about Bush's mother had passed away. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, that got me off the topic. Anyway, he did a video and he was talking about the Trilateral Commission and whatnot. But so sometimes they want to put their heads up, so I feel like paying whack-a-mole. Like, so basically people are disingenuous and scholarly with what they know. And as soon as I say this, when the one person leaves, as soon as I was about to break that shit down. So I won't. I'll leave it for another fucking day. He knew too much. CIA, the man who kept a secret. Is this thing on? Let me see something. Hey, buddy. Yeah, so basically they deal with war, import, export war, psychological war, drug war, intellectual war, property war. It's just fucking everywhere. And then they back it up with these intellectualism, with these like I guess shills, I guess. intellectual shills. Let's call them shills, I guess. You know, they're basically, they're not honest. They're Christians when it's convenient. It's funny how white people are Christians when it's white plight, and then it's satanic when it's like, we gotta get satanic. So what is it? What is it? Is it the Shroud of Turin is not a cartoon image of God or not? You know what I'm saying? So like I accidentally sharded, right? And that was my Shroud of Turin. Okay, I saw Jesus when I sharded on myself. I mean, but what I'm saying is they'll have institutions and then they won't knock them down themselves. You know, so it's a bunch of just shills. It's just shill work. So I don't know. I was really, you know, it's like Jay Dyer. He has a whole bunch, a lot of words and fancy words and shit, but it has nothing to do with Christianity. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff, you know, it should be put in its simple context. And I guess that's really the intellects. I was really, I guess, that fashion of right wing conservatism intellects is really, I guess, who I'm addressing this argument to, because they participate in the conscious realm, but yet they're dishonest and they're so that's all I'm saying. And then everybody else, you're either not able to keep up with what's happening, or is going over your head, or you're in acquiescence with it. So phenomenons. So I was just really getting to my conspiracy thing as of late, because we are going to have to deal with these politics as Trump runs around and runs back and forth to I'm Grandpa Trump this week, and everybody's doing good, and they're using him as a mascot for a means of war. Fine. So, I mean, like I said, intellectualism, they're Jews, they're Christians. Are you a Christian? Are you a Jew? Or do you believe in the Bible? Do you not? You know, and I guess that's why it is, you do need to have platforms of where things get hashed out and be done. But I mean, if you know what the truth is, you don't have to worry about it. I know what Christianity is. I know it's not wearing a suit and tie. You know what I'm saying? If you think, if you look good, you know what I'm saying? So that's a Masonic suit and tie. Or if you look good in it, then it's your suit. Whatever. You make the suit. You know what I'm saying? It should not make you. But when we all participate consciously and being, you know what I mean, in this, then hey. So this is, I guess I'm back to my conspiracy shit for a minute. We'll get back on my propaganda shit a little later, maybe my tools and technique about technology. Like I said, I got a lot of hits with that Christianity stuff, and you know, that goes. We'll get into that, but anyway, back to what the fuck is this video about? White intellectualism and the noble lie. I mean, this goes back to the George Bush. You guys elect George Bush, right? And I said, not you guys, because like I said, we truthers got trapped with getting Trump in. And this is what happened with Trump. And this is why we kind of went with Trump, because he was heterosexual. Now, we'll get into that later, but then you guys let a white heterosexual shit go straight to your fucking head. You let these white archetypes of goofballs and that's the problem, is that, you know, I guess it is identity politics to a certain point, but it's like, fuck, I mean, shit. Where are you guys as fucking revolutionaries? Where's the white revolutionaries? Speaking of white revolutionaries, right? I'm looking in Europe, right? And you guys have pictures of Che Guevara with some dark-skinned sisters there, right? And like the only thing sexy about your revolution was a little bit of something melanin and then holding something of Che Guevara, a Cuban, African, right? So your pictures of a revolution are who? Who are your ideas of revolution? White Jesus? Old Serapis? We don't worship that motherfucker no more. We took Serapis's head off. Holy shit. I shouldn't have told the white intellectuals this shit. Because it's all Greek. Your culture, what you wanted, was called Minoan. But, you know, I don't even know why I'm giving you motherfuckers warning shots. So on that note, the noble eye, well, guess we'll get into it. But that's what it is. I'm out. I'm gonna smoke a blunt. We be back.